Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be starting in just a few minutes. If you would please take your seats. Good afternoon. Dear guests, please rise and remain standing for the procession of the graduates, administration, and faculty of Northwestern Health Sciences University, followed by the singing of our national anthem sung by Robin Kane and Bill Cadidlo.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous night o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the
My name is Joan Mays, and I am the Dean of Students and Alumni Services here at Northwestern Health Sciences University. On behalf of the graduating class and all of us at Northwestern, I want to extend our warmest welcome to all the families, friends, and guests who are joining us for our 2019 Summer Commencement Ceremony. We are delighted that you have chosen to join us today in celebration of our graduate success. It means so much to the graduates and to those of us who have been honored to support them up to this point. Now it is my distinct pleasure to introduce Dr. Deborah Bushway, President and Chief Executive Officer of Northwestern Health Sciences University.
Well, good afternoon. Awesome. Good afternoon. We're absolutely delighted that you chose to spend one of our very few summer Saturdays here celebrating the success of your graduates. I'd like to begin today's ceremony by introducing the platform party. So what I have here, Joan Mays is our Dean of Students and Alumni Services, who you've already met. Martin Javinsky is the faculty member who will lead the massage therapy oath today. Dr. Jessica Fryer, is the faculty member leading the acupuncture and Chinese medicine oath. Dr. Artie Prasad is our guest speaker today. We're very honored to have her, and you'll learn more about her in a moment. Dr. Dale Healy is the Dean of College of Health and Wellness and our interim Senior Dean of Academic and Student Affairs. Dr. Trevor Foshang is our Dean, the College of Chiropractic. And Dr. Michelle Renee is our Director of Integrative Care and Program Director of the Massage Therapy Programs and today's reader of names. In addition to our platform party is also some of the President's Cabinet members in attendance this afternoon. We have Aaron Kahn, who's the Director of Admissions, and Nancy Rubin, who's the Dean, Aaron is also Dean of Admissions, excuse me. And Nancy Rubin is Dean of Continuing and Distance Education. So please join me in recognizing them. Well, all right, so welcome to Commencement. Are you excited? All right, you did way better than yesterday, right? That was great. We practiced yesterday. So great. Welcome to Commencement. What does commencement mean? Graduates, what does it mean to commence? To begin, right? You said that. Someone said that. I'm sure you did. Okay, then what does it mean? What does it mean to graduate? To graduate. To finish. Thank you. So thanks for participating. I appreciate it. A little bonus for that. So how is it that we call this commencement and graduation all in one? How is this one ceremony named those two disparate terms, right? Very distinct. But in fact, that combination is actually perfect for what we're celebrating today, because you have reached a milestone, you have completed. It's super important to mark the completion of goals as big as this, and you are doing that, earning your degree and taking a moment to pause and consider what that means as you commence, as you begin into the next phase of your life. So in fact, graduation and commencement is indeed what we're having here today. Now, my guess is that this moment, this day, is one of the things that kept you going. In those late nights of studying, right, this image probably went through your head. I'm going to walk across that stage. I'm going to get there. I'm going to do that, right? And in fact, it is, for that reason, a very serious moment. But we don't need it to be or want it to be a somber moment. In fact, it's a celebration, right? It should be a moment of joy. I want you to soak in, like we said yesterday, feel this success that you've achieved. Make this part of who you are moving forward. So in that spirit, graduates, you've already had an opportunity to practice cheering. So how about the audience? Can you cheer for me? There. All right. That was a good job. Okay. You guys have some good cheers with you. That's awesome. Now I'm going to ask the stage, can you cheer? Woo! Okay. All right. So I think we're ready to celebrate, right? I want to take a moment, though, and note that some graduates are wearing ropes of different colors on their regalia, and you'll notice that. Now, some of those indicate honors, academic honors, and you'll hear more about that in a moment, but others are red and blue. And those indicate either veterans or active military members who are our graduates. So I just want to pause a moment and ask any veterans and active military members who are either our graduates wearing those ropes or here with us joining the celebration today to please rise so we can thank you for your service. Well deserved. So graduates, I'm going to ask you to do something, okay? It's not too nerve-wracking, but I am going to ask you to stand up. You can do that part, right? Now, to start with, keep facing the stage. Now, on the stage, you see representatives of your faculty and staff, the people who have supported your goal of earning this degree. You see members of the faculty who have supported, challenged, and yeah, maybe a time or two annoyed you. But they got you to this day. Oh, no, just kidding. The fact that they're glaring at me now, right? But they got you to this day. So please join me in a round of applause thanking these incredible staff. So now I want you to turn around and face the audience. Find whoever came to support you, family, friends, colleagues, whoever it is. None of us gets to these moments in time without a community. We don't get here completely on our own. So these people with you today are delighted with your success. I know you know that. But they have been with you as you decided on this path, they've been with you as you've been frustrated with yourself, your courses, maybe your faculty, maybe not. And they have most likely at times held the hope for you when you maybe felt too discouraged, right? And okay, so they might also have been annoying a time or two, but despite that, please join me in thanking them for their love, support, and generosity. All right, now I'm going to ask you to turn back to the stage, stay standing for a minute. Look forward, if you will, look toward your own heart, right? Celebrate your own tenacity, your own intelligence, and your own healing spirit that you've brought to this endeavor. Whether you're earning your first degree ever, or adding this to a bachelor's degree, a JD, a nursing degree, whether you're 65 years old and earning your first degree, or you're 20 years old and the first in your family to earn a college degree, whether you've experienced deaths in your family, and your loved ones while you progress through these programs, or births and celebrated additions to your family. You have achieved an incredible, important milestone for yourselves and your surrounding support group by being here today. So everyone, please join me in applauding these graduates for their incredible achievements. Sit. You can be seated now. You got your exercise for the moment. So as you know, Northwestern Health Sciences University's mission is to prepare the next generation of healthcare providers. As we all, I'm sure, recognize, the healthcare system in this country is in need of repair. I firmly believe that that repair can't happen without the contribution of our professions. We're an essential part of what will happen to help our healthcare system serve our citizens more effectively. We might not be the whole solution, but we are a key part of that solution. So we are so proud of each of you for choosing to be a part of that solution. I have complete confidence that if this faculty here has deemed you ready to graduate from Northwestern Health Sciences University, you are also ready, each of you, to lead our healthcare system into the kinds of solutions we need for our population and into the next generation. We are so grateful to you for having chosen this assignment. It's a tough one, and I know you're up to it. So from all of us, happy graduation/commencement day. I now want to introduce Dr. Dale Healy to introduce our class speakers.
Good afternoon. Prior to each commencement ceremony, the students from each program's graduating class select a student to give an address on their behalf. We will now hear from each of those students selected. The Massage Therapy Program graduating class has selected their classmate, Bethany Grace, to present a message on behalf of their class. Bethany grew up right across the river in Burnsville, Minnesota, before coming to Northwestern. Before coming to Northwestern, she worked as a yoga instructor and was fascinated by the power of a healthy mind-body connection. The desire to learn more about working with the human body is what brought her to the massage program. Since coming to Northwestern, she has served as a student ambassador, peer tutor, and vice president of massage therapy on Student Senate. After graduation, Bethany plans to return to Northwestern for advanced technique classes and to pursue bringing the massage profession into a more established place in healthcare. It is my privilege to introduce Bethany Grace.
Greetings, friends and family. As you heard, my name is Bethany Grace. This past year, I've had the remarkable privilege of being part of Northwestern's Health Sciences Massage Therapy Program. It's been a year filled with ups and downs, challenges and rewards, education of the highest quality, and experiences that have changed me forever. I could talk for hours about what I have learned, and I have done that before, but I'm not going to now, and what I've loved about this program, but I'm going to go straight to the most important points. First of all, I want to say thank you to my classmates. They've been so trustworthy of this healing and learning experience, and they have trusted me. Thank you for the singing and the dance moves, the study help, the coffee, the snacks, the laughs, and the incredible massages. It's been such a joy to experience how far you've come and to be able to grow with you. While I'm going to miss the good times, I know this is not the end, and I'm so excited to see where each of us will go, and I'm confident that we're going to offer our communities the very best of our skills. Secondly, I would like to thank the leadership of the program. When I came to this school, I did not understand the position massage therapy is in the United States, especially in Minnesota. I did not know about its history, and I certainly had no idea of how extensive its benefits are. More than anything, I had no idea how significantly the people who taught us here have impacted this profession. I did not know that there were people here who have worked tirelessly to defend and advance this profession for decades and who have knocked down wall after wall after wall. You've made great gains in your lives, you've done endless amounts of work, and you have built it all into an experience that we can learn freely from today without facing those battles because you went before us and won them. We want to tell our faculty today that while we may never fully understand what you have faced and how hard you have worked, we do realize that we are in a position to receive the baton that is being passed to us and to assure you that we will do our part in our lifetime to carry it forward and to build on the foundation you have given us. You have our highest respect. Thank you for doing what you have done with your lives. More people than ever are going to experience the healing that comes from skilled hands and intentional hearts. Thank you for entrusting us with the wealth of wisdom and knowledge you have gained. We promise to build on this foundation and to take this profession even further. Thank you.
Thank you, Bethany. The Acupuncture and Chinese Medicine graduating class has selected their classmate, Kayla Arnie, to present a message on behalf of their class. Kayla received her Bachelor of Science in Animal Science from Iowa State University in the spring of 2016 and started at Northwestern in the fall of 2016. While at Northwestern, Kayla was heavily involved as a student ambassador and really enjoyed getting to know future students through that program. Through her extensive internships while at Northwestern, Kayla developed a passion for working with the elderly and those with severe illness. Kayla plans to continue working with the elderly after graduation and specialize in palliative and hospice care. It is my privilege to present Kayla Arnie.
Okay. 3 years ago, a group of students entered this school with dreams of being practitioners of traditional Chinese medicine. Our group consisted of people in all different stages of life, from all different backgrounds. Our individual reasons for getting into Chinese medicine varied, but they all had one common theme. Chinese medicine had helped us and the people and animals that we loved. Our gratitude for what this medicine can do led us to where we are today, working to help others using the medicine that helped us. Chinese medicine is an incredibly complex topic, and we wouldn't be where we are today without the help of our incredible teachers and mentors. To begin with, we had John guiding us through the theories of qi, blood, and yin and yang. We had Tao teaching us how to find the meridians on the body, all while Barbara was teaching us what it's really like to work in the healing profession. We had Tom teaching us all about anatomy and physiology, with quite possibly the perfect speaking cadence to listen to. And we can't forget those early Wednesday mornings with Jim Ming and May doing Tai Chi in the gymnasium. We had Cheryl introduce us to herbs and encourage us to continue studying them, even though it is an incredibly daunting subject. And we dove even further into herbs with May and Yang Ping, who brought us back to the classics and opened our eyes to the possibilities that can be achieved with herbs. And of course, we had our Western medicine teachers, Dr. T, Dr. Zachman, Dr. Oyelo'o, Dr. Spicer, and Dr. Rattay, who all made learning difficult subjects interesting and achievable. This program was rounded out with a wonderful business curriculum taught by Teacher of the Year, Jessica Fryer, who empowered us to dream big and think outside of the box when it comes to our future practices. Our education wouldn't be complete without putting everything we learned into practice. So, after 1 year of study, we entered clinical internships. We learned new things, we had great successes, we made mistakes, and we found our own personal treatment styles. Along the way, we had the incredible supervisors that were always there for us, going the extra mile, whether it was just giving us kind words of encouragement or driving someone home from a clinic shift as they vomit into an emesis bag. Not saying that that happened, but if it did, thank you, Barbara. I can't talk about our incredible clinic experiences without mentioning Carrie and everything that she does for the student body. She is an incredible advocate for the student body, and we wouldn't have a lot of the opportunities that we have without her, so we are incredibly grateful for that. Throughout all of this, life went on outside of school. We grieved the death of loved ones, and we also celebrated families growing as people fell in love, got engaged, got pregnant, got married, became parents and grandparents, and of course, adopted new pets. We've been through a lot in this program, and we've come out more resilient than ever, with the drive to do some really incredible things. Within this group, there are plans to open mobile clinics that can go all over the state. People want to open nonprofits. We want to serve people from all different backgrounds. and all kinds of patient bases. We've been through, I already said that. As we go from here to pursue our own individual dreams, I want to leave you with two things. First of all, always check your herb-drug interactions. Second of all, remember, as Jim Ming says, you're the best. Thank you.
Well, thank you both. You can see why we're so proud of our incredible students here. So it is my pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker for today, and it truly is an honor to have Dr. Artie Prasad with us. Dr. Prasad is Hennepin Healthcare's new Chief of Medicine and the Scott F. Davies Endowed Chair of Medicine. The Hennepin Healthcare system provides outstanding clinical care in 16 specialties and has recognized teaching programs and a broad research portfolio through the Minneapolis Medical Research Foundation. She's also Professor of Medicine and Vice Chair of the Department of Medicine at the University of Minnesota. Dr. Prasad came to us in Minnesota from the University of New Mexico. I think last winter was her first one, so she felt really welcomed. Where she was a professor of internal medicine and the chief of the Division of General Internal Medicine, Geriatrics, and Integrative Medicine. At the University of New Mexico, her interest in integrative and intercultural health, interprofessional education, community engagement, and physician well-being led her to develop the Center for Life, a center for patient care, learning, and community education. Under her leadership, the Center for Life received national recognition for its patient-centered clinical care and outcomes, its innovative teaching programs, and its wellness initiatives. Dr. Prasad studied medicine and completed her internship at the Gandhi Medical Center in Bhopal, India. She moved to the United States in 1988. At the national level, she is a fellow of the American College of Physicians, a steering committee member of the Consortium of Academic Health Centers of Integrative Medicine, and a founding board member of the American Board of Integrative Medicine. Through her work, she aspires to grow and support integrative, interdisciplinary, and culturally inspired integrative health throughout the health system, and to work in partnership with her university and community organizations to support the greater community of Minnesota. She's a leader, a mentor, an educator, but most importantly, she's a compassionate physician and caregiver. It is truly my honor to introduce Dr. Prasad to you.
Thank you, Dr. Bushway. Good afternoon, graduates, parents, and faculty. Let me congratulate you on the choice of calling which offers a combination of intellectual and moral interests found in no other profession. These are the words of wisdom by Sir William Osler, who was the father of medicine and the first professor of medicine at Johns Hopkins University. Graduates, today is your big day. Today is the day you have been waiting for, and today is when you can look back and reflect on your hard work and see how far you have come. Today is when you can see tomorrow and the future ahead of you. And today is the day when your family is feeling proud of you and your accomplishments. Today is when you should be grateful for everything that this university and your faculty and teachers have given you. And today is the day for me to feel honored and humbled to be your convocation speaker. You know, I've often wondered about these convocation speeches, like who really hears them and remembers them? The only thing you do during a convocation speech is to wear stuffy clothes, all dressed up, and sit quietly and think about your past, present, and future, and more importantly, the short-term worry about the celebration tonight. So we can just stop here and be done, but unfortunately, I have to give you my 10 to 15 minutes. So let's talk about something that is common to all of your programs that you're part of. And these are interprofessional, interdisciplinary programs with a purpose in the community and having the intent to improve health and well-being, and doing all of this morally and ethically. So let's start with a story. We all have stories of our lives. As a matter of fact, life itself is a book of short stories. So my story began in India in early 1960s, as a baby born by a doula at her grandma's home. So you see, my experience of working with an interprofessional and community-based indigenous team started with my birth. That team was my mother, my grandmother, the doula herself, and my older siblings and cousins. That was my team. I was massaged along with my mother with medicated oils, was given warm baths, given herbs for colic, was tied with black thread around my wrist, and dressed with a black charcoal dot on the side of my forehead to protect me from the evil eyes. My siblings and my cousins provided the childcare services and helped me create a bond not only with my mother, but also with them. The doula was the health coach. My grandma was the master chef and nutritionist of the household. My grandma's sister was the spiritual director. My mother was my emotional support and role model. And my grandfather provided the moral and ethical support and the then available technology to support his extended family, while my father was away working remotely as an administrator and providing financial backing. This was a simple, cozy, holistic, team-based, economical, and symbiotic approach to family living and loving. So we all believe in genes, right? My genes had the DNA for integrative and interprofessional education and care from my childhood experiences. But after receiving my initial medical training in India and then here in the US, I physically as well as academically moved away from my roots. I suppressed my genetic traits and started my academic practice feeling alone, even though it was called a group practice. Computers and technology became my evil friends. I was lost and confused about the purpose of my being in healthcare. I could teach biomedicine to my students and residents, but I couldn't teach the meaning of being a doctor and importance of relationships in healthcare, because it had become a marathon and a factory-based production system. I went to my higher-ups at the hospital and the university and asked for a change. No results. The change had to come from within. Mahatma Gandhi has said, "Be the change you wish to see in the world." It is only then, when I started to go back to my roots and becoming aware of my purpose and meaning in life, that the use of computer and technology became fun. My patients became my teachers and quiz givers, and I became their health coach and partner in care. Flipped classroom, as they now call it. So I met with many mentors, supporters, and detractors along the way of creating a new path of my practice, education, and scholarship. I learned from everyone, especially from my detractors. Only if they knew they were helping me that they would have stopped. The history and culture of modern medicine is rooted in traditional and natural medicine. Even though you're graduating with a degree in massage therapy, nutrition, and human biology, you have common roots, which are grounded in healing. You might be practicing alone or in a group setting, but always try to be inclusive and not exclusive. I like the herb-drug interaction, actually, a lot, what you said. Do not practice alternative medicine, but supportive, holistic, and integrative. Modern medicine has advanced high tech, and you need to balance it with high touch. In the past, cures have come from nature and healing, and the healing has come from the providers who used those cures in medicine. Healthcare is about both cure and healing. Teaching and partnership with patients is at the core of curing and healing. Transfer and sharing of knowledge is the basis of academics and scholarship. Technology has had a positive influence on academics and in medicine, but also has the potential to create a distance between patients and providers. So you have a big role to play in bridging that gap. These are all different parts of a health and ecosystem that are interdependent. So I took bold steps. I fell, got up, and walked again. I learned along the way of falling. Failure taught me things about myself that I could have learned no other way. Atul Gawande, in his book, Being Mortal, Illness, Medicine, and What Matters in the End, he says, "We have been wrong about what our job is in medicine. We think our job is to ensure health and survival, but really it is larger than that. It is to enable well-being. And well-being is about the reasons one wishes to be alive. These reasons matter not just at the end of life or when debility comes, but all along the way." So recently I finished my required online competency at Hennepin County Medical Center. It was called Centered Around You. What a beautiful name of this training. Wanted me to do it. The training is all about person-centered care. The basics of why we all went into healthcare. Partnership with people and caregivers. I leave you with the 4 behaviors emphasized in this training. Care, connect, collaborate, coordinate. How privileged we are. Imagine a day when the job of healthcare is to help people to explore, discover, and reconnect to their purpose, their aspiration, and their joy. And we work together to strengthen one's health and healing, to live one's fullest life. Stories are powerful. I shared mine. You need to write your own new story as you step outside into the real world. Remind yourself each step in your life, the purpose and meaning, which will bring you joy, and in turn would bring joy and satisfaction to people around you and people that you care about. You are the change agents, and the world needs you, but don't forget to have some fun along the way. Graduates, I wish you all the best in your new journey. You have work to do. You go and be bold. Acknowledge that you don't know everything. Accept your failures, and that's okay, because you will rise again. Thank you.
Dr. Prasad, in recognition and appreciation for being here and sharing those words of wisdom with us, we offer you this plaque. So thank you again.
Thank you so much.
It is a custom for universities to honor the academic excellence of their graduates by identifying them as having achieved the status of cum laude, which in Latin means with honors. At Northwestern, we recognize 3 levels of academic excellence. Cum laude, graduates with a cumulative grade point average equal to or exceeding 3.5. Magna cum laude, graduates with a cumulative grade point average equal to or exceeding 3.7, and summa cum laude for graduates with a cumulative grade point average equal to or exceeding 3.9 on a 4-point scale. We also recognize our class valedictorians who have achieved the highest GPA in the graduating class. It is my pleasure to award the academic honors for today's graduates, beginning with our Associate of Applied Science in Massage Therapy graduates. Will the following graduates please rise while I read your names and remain standing until all names have been read. We'll begin with our cum laude graduate, Timothy Zane David Story, and our summa cum laude graduates, Bethany Grace, Pamela Diane January, Maria Tordoff, and our co-valedictorians for the Associate of Applied Science in Massage Therapy, Bethany Grace and Pamela Diane January. Please join me in congratulating our Massage Therapy Honors graduates. Will the following Bachelor of Science in Human Biology graduate please rise when I read your name? Our magna cum laude graduate from the Bachelor of Science in Human Biology is Julia Grace Lemons. Will the following Master of Health Science in Applied Clinical Nutrition graduate please rise when I read your name? We have a magna cum laude graduate, Allison Joyce Staus Fuchs. And finally, will the following Master of Acupuncture and Master of Chinese Medicine graduates please rise when I read your names and remain standing until all names have been read? We'll start with our cum laude graduates, Angela Weber and Laura Ebeling. I'm sorry. Our magna cum laude graduates are Cassandra Havener and Larissa Ann Kempf. And our summa cum laude graduates are Melissa Kathleen Franklin, Greta K. Hazer, Kirsten Marie Cruz, and Jessica Ann French. And the class valedictorian is Jessica Ann French. Please join me in congratulating all of our honors graduates. I'd now like to introduce Dr. Michelle Renee for the awarding of the academic certificates and degrees.
President Bushway, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Health and Wellness, it is my pleasure and distinct honor to present the candidates for Therapeutic Massage Certificates and Associate of Applied Science in Massage Therapy. I ask our graduates to come forward as I call your names. With a certificate in Therapeutic Massage, Bernadette Marie Dvorak. Leah Marie Noble. Celeste Tina Walker. And with the Associate of Applied Science in Massage Therapy, please come forward. Bethany Grace. Tang Ho. Pamela Diane January. Gitti Kurdklai. Anne Me Neighbor. I now present faculty member Martin Javinsky, who will lead our graduates in reciting the oath of practice.
Hello, graduates. Beloved graduates and colleagues, please stand up and raise your right hand and repeat after me. And I also welcome other massage therapists. What's that? Joni, what are you saying? Other massage therapists in the audience, if you want to stand up and repeat after me. As a graduate of Northwestern Health Sciences University, I accept the responsibility to do no harm to the physical, mental, or emotional well-being of self, client, and professional peers. Go ahead and repeat that. Do you want me to say it again? Shorter sentences. Okay. As a graduate of Northwestern Health Sciences University, I accept the responsibility to do no harm to the physical, mental, or emotional well-being of self, client, and professional peers. I promise to provide the highest quality of massage to those who seek my professional services. I'll go one word at a time. I will respect the confidential nature of the client-therapist relationship. And I will conduct all business and professional activities within my scope of practice and the laws of the land. Okay, you've passed your final test. You may be seated.
President Bushway, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Health and Wellness, it is my pleasure and distinct honor to present the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Human Biology. I ask our graduates to come forward as I call your name. Dallas Walker Geisinger. Julia Grace Lemons. Will the audience please join me in congratulating our graduates? President Bushway, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Health and Wellness, it is my pleasure and distinct honor to present the candidates for the Master of Health Science in Applied Clinical Nutrition. Allison Joyce Staus Fuchs. Please join me in congratulating our graduates. President Bushway, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Health and Wellness, it is my pleasure and distinct honor to present the candidates for the Master of Acupuncture and Master of Chinese Medicine. I ask our graduates to come forward as I call your names. For the Master of Acupuncture, Kim Chang Dalamore. Melissa Kathleen Franklin. Cassandra Havenor. Greta K. Hazer. Christopher S. Johnson. M. Sandberg. Jamie Lynn Smith. Angela Weber. And with the Master of Chinese Medicine, Kayla Johnson Arnie. Laura Rose Ebling. Jessica Ann French. Larissa Ann Kempf. Eugenia Jo Marie Keene. Julia May Livingston. Katie L. Pearson. Sybil Helen Rosno. Jamie Ann Thomas. I now present our faculty member, Jessica Fryer, who will lead our graduates in reciting their oath of practice.
Graduates, please continue standing. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I also welcome any acupuncture and Chinese medicine providers in the audience to stand and reaffirm your oath. I pledge to follow the way of the great healer. I will honor life and learn from it. I will place my patient's safety and well-being above all else. And I will be faithful to the trust they have placed in me. I will treat my patients with dignity and preserve their privacy. I will give gladly of my skills and receive thanks humbly. For I am a servant, not a master, and an everlasting student. Today is another beginning, another small step. As I dedicate myself to life, to health, and to healing. Congratulations. You may be seated.
All right, we have one more super important thing to do, and that is the conferring of your actual credentials. So, are you ready? Okay. On the recommendation of the faculty, and by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Northwestern Health Sciences University and the state of Minnesota, I hereby confer upon you your degrees and credentials which you have earned, and all the pertaining rights, privileges, and responsibilities. Please join me in congratulating our newest graduates.
will the audience, stage party, and graduates please remain standing and in place for the recessional of the graduates. We thank you for coming today, and after the recessional, we invite you to join us for a reception that will immediately follow in the cafeteria and foyer. Thank you for coming.